So I just wanted to title this video PS5 Pro Hate because with my videos gradually growing over time, I'm getting more and more comments on my videos about people saying how upset they are that just for buying a PlayStation 5 Pro, people are criticizing them, being rude about it on the internet or whatever, and calling them names or whatever. The amount of people I've had the same, by the way, do to me in the comments is insane. Like, actually to the point where you have people telling you to end lives, like your life, right, because of buying a console is insane. And I kind of want to just talk about it in this video because I just want to say, don't listen to these people, don't care, don't take in, don't spend more than a millisecond of reading what you've seen, because you often click on a notification and think, oh, it's YouTube, let's see what this comment says. And once you've read part of it, just delete it, block them, move on. It's literally what I do. I block them, and it gets rid of the comment, and I can't see them on my channel ever again. It's the best thing to do. And I'm seeing so many of you guys say, I get so much hate from friends in person or like people on the internet over the fact that I bought a PS5 Pro that I'm enjoying, but other people seem to hate. And I just don't think you should listen to them. If it's your friends and stuff, well, for one, if they're being rude to you, they're not your friends in the first place. But if it's something that they're just like bullying you or making fun of you about and it's lighthearted and you don't mind, just ignore it. It doesn't matter. If you are happy with your own purchase and you are enjoying a system like I am, personally, I'm really loving PS5 Pro. I've played Star Wars Outlaws. I've played Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I'm playing Lords of the Fallen. I've had a great time with all three of those games. All three of them are patched for Pro. And I seriously can see on my 4K 65-inch OLED TV behind me, seriously see the difference between the old version and the new version. I can drastically tell. And if you guys are feeling insecure about your own purchase, like maybe you don't like it, there's options. Test your old PS5 if you still have it. Play some of these games to remind you of what some of these games actually look like, because I think it's very easy to look at YouTube videos like what I post, or look at like Digital Foundry doing comparisons with bitrate on YouTube, dropping image quality, things that you don't see as clear, frame rates that don't come across as clear between two versions. If you've still got your previous system, line it up next to what you've got now and play the same game. I did this with Lords of the Fallen, and although it runs okay on PS5, the graphics difference is insanely improved on PS5 Pro. Like it was incredible, and I was actually pretty gobsmacked about the difference between these two versions of the game. So for me, just in that title alone that I'm now enjoying, the purchase was enough. And Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I don't even need to say anything about that. The difference is drastic in terms of quality. So for me, I've already played those two games. Star Wars Outlaws is another one that was seriously different between the previous system and the new one. So in the end of the day, I've played 3 games, and I'm playing the third, that already have validated my purchase, because I've flicked back between old PS5 and then Pro, and it's seriously a much better and a vast different experience. Yes, there's the odd title that people seem to be focusing on, much like Silent Hill 2, Jedi Survivor, stuff like that don't have good PSSR implementations, but in the end of the day, I don't think everybody's gone out and bought a PS5 Pro to play Jedi Survivor and Silent Hill. I love Silent Hill. I think the game is phenomenal. I've already played it on my base PS5 on launch day, and I will play it again, but it's not like a game breaker for my decision of my purchase of PS5 Pro. My PS5 Pro is here to play patched games like I'm playing currently, and then going forward playing brand new games that come out. And this is where I believe, and from what we're hearing online, you're going to start to see even further differences between the two systems when things start improving with PSSR and developers are actually bringing games out with the PS5 Pro already launched with those games in mind. It's not like it's just a patch for an old game. It's like a game that's had development based around that console as well. Obviously, they're not optimizing directly for the Pro only. Like, it's not going to be like a situation where that's the main console and then they port it down to PS5. The PS5 is going to be the main console and they port it up to Pro. But with that in mind, it's something that's going to be done, right? As the game is going to be designed with the Pro already out, they'll have dev kits ready. It's going to be a much smoother process. So you're going to see better performance coming over time as well with this thing, and the AI upscaling is going to get even better over time. Like, it's just something that happens with machine learning. But even then, we're seeing very, very, very good titles on this thing. It's looking really good. 3 I've just already played on this system, and obviously all the tests we've done, there are a lot of good looking games. And I feel like, as per usual, with media, news, and all that stuff, it's all focused on the negative tiny few things rather than the big cluster of decent looking games that are out there to play. And this is what they're focusing on. You've got this big thing here, and then you got this here, but this is what is in the headline, and this is what takes attention of everyone. And then you start to then look at all this stuff and think, oh man, did I make a bad purchase decision? But as I said, go and look at some of your side-by-sides, like in your TV, your 4K OLED panel, or whatever you've got, and hopefully it's a 4K panel, because otherwise the Pro would be a bad purchase. But look at the difference. Plug your old PS5 back in, download one of the games, and then switch between on your TV, and you will see a vast difference. It's very easy to like be playing your PS5 Pro on the TV, and then you've got nothing to compare it to side by side. You're just playing that version. You might think, ah, man, is this much better? But if you actually go back and look, it's drastically better. Is it a 4090? No. And people who seriously think and are mocking on Twitter, oh, people should be doing 4K 120, or where's all these 8K games? Well, there are some already. I mean, for God's sake, look at Callisto Protocol. Like, that's not what I've played since the PS5 Pro has come out, but I've tested it on my channel, as you guys would have seen. That game, anybody who tells you that game isn't a flipping masterpiece in terms of what they've been doing with it, like visually, it has an 8K 30 mode that it just is unbelievable. I can't test 8K, but what it does in the 8K 30 mode on a 4K set is it renders at 6K and then downscales it to 4K. And you might think, well, that's not going to do anything. Yes, it significantly improves the graphical detail when something's rendered at a higher resolution and then put down to a lower resolution. It's unbelievable. And then not only that, you're getting a 4K 60 mode with using like upscaling features, of course, which is the point of the system. It's really, really clean. And there's so many titles. There's so many first-party PlayStation titles that just give... You might think, oh, like, okay, I could play God of War with an extra 30 frames. That's a big upgrade. Like, I've seen that being thrown around online with some games like, oh, it's only doing 30 frames more. That's a lot. And it's doing it with higher quality. It's doing it with an output resolution with PSSR of what the quality mode was only 30 FPS before. Like, it's a nice upgrade. And I've seen people then using like Dying Light 2 the Xbox Series X unlocked mode is running higher frames than the PS5 Pro. It's like, yes, it is. But again, the PS5 Pro is doing ray tracing. It's got higher image quality output, and it looks far better. Like, yes, okay, it takes a hit, but there's still other modes that you can go to performance and get this 120 frames. So in the end of the day, it's a comparison that's unrealistic, and it's one of those things that people are cherry picking very specific things to put down a system that they just don't like because they're on the Xbox side or the PC side, and they don't want to say anything positive about something that has recently launched, mainly because of that high expensive price tag. But if you guys are enjoying a system you have purchased, don't let anybody tell you that you can't enjoy a system that you've paid your own money for and that you are genuinely enjoying. If you're not enjoying it, that's also fine. There are ways to sell it, return it, whatever you want to do with it. That's fine. People are allowed to not be happy with something they've also purchased. But in the end of the day, if you are enjoying the system, don't let anybody else spoil something you've paid with your hard-earned money and are enjoying. Don't let people tell you that you should or shouldn't enjoy something. It's ridiculous. So thank you for watching. Leave a like if you've enjoyed this. I'm going to do more sort of like talking videos like this as well. But yeah, just don't let people spoil your gaming experience. And by the way, people need to spend a lot more time actually playing games than on these crappy apps like Blue Sky and Twitter. Okay, they might be good apps, but they're crap. It's a waste of your lives. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. And that goes the same for any platform that any of you guys are playing on. Just play games. if that's what you want to do with your time, enjoy things. Don't let people put you down for what you like and what you want to do. Thank you for watching. See you in future videos. Bye bye for now.